All right, wanted to make a quick video and do a top 5 card show tip rundown. We're going to start off with tip number 1, which you saw on the screen right before this video that I highlighted in yellow. I'm going to highlight in yellow all the different ones as I talk about them. Always be respectful to all involved. If you're talking with a dealer and you guys can't come to a deal, be respectful. If you see kids walking around the card show and you have some cards that you can give away, do it. Talk with people and educate them about different markets if they're asking questions. Ask to see what's in people's briefcases, but be respectful of cards. If cards are in display cases or what have you, always ask nicely if you're able to see it or touch it or anything of that. Yeah, I always ask dealers too to if it's a raw card, to pick out their own raw card so I can pull it out of the sleeve so I can see it. Have them handle the cards. Just always be respectful. Trust me, if you're respectful, it'll come back to you 10 times to you long term. Card show tip number 2: buy in bulk whenever possible. Especially if you want to get to 50 to 70% of comps, it's always best if you can find a dealer and a table that has a lot of the cards that you're really interested in and to make a deal on a bulk lot of cards. A lot of times raw is easier to do a bulk lot than it is for graded cards. Sometimes you want to do a mixture, but if you're looking to get a price point that's desirable for you in terms of future selling, dealers are always willing to work with you. I feel the right dealer will work with you if you're buying more of their stuff. And if you want to get to your number, you got to buy in bulk. Card show tip number 3, identify those who you can work with. So a lot of times that is the dealer at the card show, but it's also can be the folks that are attendees and come to the show. And, there's been several deals I've made where I've been looking at a dealer's case of cards and someone walked up with a case themselves, had a case of cards themselves, and their cards were more attractive than the dealers. And I made some deals that way. So there's a lot of people that you can identify at a card show that you can work with. There's going to be several folks that you can quickly identify by checking out their prices and talking with them that are not going to be people that you're going to want to work with. And that's fine. That's part of the process. So just chalk it up and move on to the next table and the next person. And I would also say collect contact information for those people you do deals with. Because if you want to do other deals down the road or in private, not at a card show, man, if you have someone's number and call them up or text them or whatever, and they know what you like, it's a home run. You can always get cards at a good price. All right. Card show tip number 4, cash is king, trade is your friend. I think Dave Ramsey coined the phrase, cash is king, debt is dumb, and the paid off home mortgage is the new BMW. Well, at a card show, cash is king. You will be able to get better deals if you are able to put out straight cash. And yes, you want to have PayPal, Venmo, all different payment forms available to you. But I can just tell you, in the environment of a card show, when cash is on the table, there's a different feel that takes place with a deal. And it's always in favor of the buyer, not the seller. So if you're able to have a lot of cash on hand, bring it to the show. And also, if you're able to do trade, I know a lot of card shows do trade nights, but if you're able to do a half cash, half trade deal, and you're able to work with someone, those are the ideal deals to do at a card show. And then the last card show tip number 5 of the top 5 card show tips: never, ever pay full comps for for a card or pay over comps for a card. If someone is stuck on their price, walk away. Walking away from a lot of deals respectfully is also a good way to test your balances of things that you're willing to buy and not buy as well. But you never pay full comps. I think everybody's, to a large degree, if you're working with the right people, they understand that you got to leave some room for yourself to make some profit too. I always say that I can't pay full comps, but I'll pay strong at 70 to 80% sometimes, or depending on the card, I may pay 50, 60%. But I'll pay strong at those price levels. And you got to think about it too. eBay takes away 15%. So, I mean, you can get down to 70, 80% of comps if you're really doing a good deal. Never pay full comps, ever.